So, okay. So here's how this shit's gonna work. What I'm gonna do is this was supposed to be a live stream Q&A session, live stream whatever the fuck happens during this Q&A during this whole event. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be on Skype, and I'll bring people in on Skype. They can do their Q&A portion. Like Tubers, he wanted to go first because he's over on the other side of the pond, and well, he might want to go Betty Boy before it's all said and done.
Oh, shut up, you pleb.
So I figured might as well just let Rome Wars go first, and not Rome Wars, but Tubers go first and get that done.
Yeah, god damn it, fucking hell. Alright, okay, I believe you are subscribed to one of my videos. Have you seen my top 10 best PlayStation 1 games of all time?
No, I have not seen that one, Tubers.
Alright, you should actually watch it. As a matter of fact, I'll spoil what my number one's best PlayStation 1 game of all time. Based on a popular opinion, Final Fantasy VII. Surprised?
Why would you make that your number one?
Because I just can't put my finger on it. That game was, I won't quote this verbatim, that game sold the PlayStation.
It pretty much saved the PlayStation, yeah, but it's not the best game on the PlayStation.
Sorry, hate to break it to you, it's long. Crappy graphics, yeah, no shit. But it's the story, I was like glued in when I was playing that game, so yeah.
So I'm taking it you haven't seen my top 10 games on the PlayStation that are better than Final Fantasy VII.
No, I haven't. I must have missed it.
That's on my old TOG reviews account. I'll have to send you that.
Fair enough. What else could I ask? Oh yeah, simple. How could you hate Need for Speed Carbon so much?
I don't hate Carbon, it's just I hate the downhill fucking drifting tracks. I hate those fuckers.
Have you ever played other Need for Speed games other than Carbon?
No, I've played a couple of them over the years. Over the years they've been releasing them. Need for Speed, Most Wanted. But some of the old PlayStation ones, quite a few of them that came out on PC. I haven't played the newest one.
High Stakes and Hot Pursuit?
I played Hot Pursuit, but not High Stakes.
Oh, you buzzkill. It's got British police there as well. That's the funny part. That's what made the game awesome in High Stakes. You got British police cars, even local police. Not only that, you got the French and the German ones as well, so it's pretty amazing.
French police, what are they going to do? Yell at you and not do anything?
They'll just yell at me in French, that's pretty much about it. Yell at the other cops, oh, we are in pursuit of McLaren F1, speaking in bumbling French. Okay, that's two questions I've asked. Two or three, I think. I lost count. Have you ever watched any kind of detective mysteries or read any novels?
Oh, dude, I fucking love Sherlock Holmes.
Not even Poirot, not even Midsummer Murders, not even Columbo? Or
Columbo? Columbo is not bad at all. But out of all mystery novels series, I'd have to say Sherlock is one of my favorites.
Because it's set to the 1800s.
Well, I also have to say that I did enjoy the Robert Downey Jr. movies, but the BBC original miniseries that they did, they need to do another fucking season of that. That 12-episode series, because that thing is fucking awesome. And what they're making here in America, that whatever the fuck is called Elementary, it's kind of a very watered-down joke as far as as far as a Sherlock Holmes series goes.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Lucy Liu might be good eye candy, but she is no Dr. Watson.
Alright, fair enough. What car do you actually own? Like, say, saloon or... Oh, shit, what is it? Sports coupe? What kind of car do you actually own? Like, a Ford Mondeo... Not Mondeo, sorry. A Ford Crown Vic or, like,
a busted up 98 Toyota Corolla that has been totaled once and yet I'm still driving it.
Nice!
Because I ain't got the money to buy me a new car.
God damn it!
I've had to completely re-straighten the front end frame on it, because it's been destroyed. If I wanted to, I could take... You know what? Fuck it. Might as well. Hope people don't mind shaky cam. I'll show you this shit. I will show you. I will show you the front end of my car, tubers. I will show you right the fuck now. I've had to re-straighten the front end of this fucker. It's completely and totally destroyed. So, let me see if you can get... Let me see what that looks like there. You can see that.
Make sure you don't show the number plates. Good, good, good. Doxed! Rambo said you've been doxed!
But no, there you go. It's being held down by a bungee cord.
Yeah.
But the whole front end got pushed about 6 inches. The whole frame got pushed about 6 inches, man. It is fucking horrible. It doesn't run worth anything. That car is pretty much a piece of shit right now. And I can't really afford to buy a new one. Because I'm a poor fucker with a family. Maybe if I was a YouTube partner with millions of subscribers, I could afford a new car.
Yeah, just buy a new Ford Fiesta. That would be fantastic. Wait, do you have Fiestas in America?
Yeah, we should. I would like to get me a new truck, honestly, but fuck, I ain't got the money for that kind of shit right now either.
You're asking for, like, you're asking to sell so many consoles and so many laptops for a new truck.
I used
Dodge Ram of all sorts.
I used to have a nice truck, and then the fucker, I sold it because I needed a car with better gas mileage, and then I got this thing, then it got hit.
Which some son of a bitch wrecked your premium insurance for no reason. I'm joking. Here's another question. Who are you rooting for in the 2012 Republican nominees?
Oh, Republican nominee.
Not nominees, sorry. Not. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for now? Lost it. Completely lost it. Republican nominees. That sounds award-winning. That sounds bad.
The nomination for Republican candidacy?
Yes, that's it. You can call it that. Yeah, that's it.
Honestly, as much as of a nut job he is, I actually go for fucking Ron Paul. I knew you'd hate me for that!
No. I'm just clapping. Yeah, Ron Paul. It's a shame that his campaign didn't even do well. Unfortunately, according to Samuel Taghi, he actually mentioned the fact that he had no, response from his own party. Another question, what do you think about Electronic Arts and the whole scandal between the Valve fanboys and the actual haters of EA?
Dude, what? Obviously, I don't know jack shit about what you're talking on now.
In fact, I'll keep it simple. What do you think about Electronic Arts?
Electronic Arts, I have absolutely no issue with them. I don't play most of their games anymore, but I really don't have an issue with EA.
Yeah, but do you have any issues with Square Enix?
Square Enix? Not really. I really wish they would stop fucking over the Final Fantasy series as much as they have, but I really don't have too much of an issue with them.
God damn it. That's the only issue I have is the Final Fantasy franchise. Oh well. What other RPGs do you actually play?
Oh, fuck. Let's see. Of course, there's the Final Fantasy franchise. There's the Breath of Fire franchise, which Capcom completely screwed in the ass with Dragon Quarter. There's the Disgaea series, the entire Shin Megami Tensei series, Dragon Age, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Diablo. I play pretty much any RPGs that are out there. The Tales series, Tales of Fantasia, Eternia, Destiny 1 and 2, Symphonia, Tales of Symphonia. Fuck. That list can go on. I played tons of fucking RPGs.
Yeah, nice. What do you think of the Sega Dreamcast?
Sega Dreamcast, a system that died long before it should have, because it could have lasted.
What do you think about the rumors speculating that there's going to be Dreamcast 2?
That would actually be kind of kick-ass to see if Sega could pull it off.
Yeah, Sega pull it off. manufacturing costs. Very, very expensive.
And yes, Hyper Two-Face, man, I have played Legend of Dragoon. It is a fantastic game.
Nobody cares about Hyperface 2, man. He's a peasant. He's a pleb.
You're not good enough for a talk with tubers.
Give me gold. No. Gold belongs to us.
Oh, God.
Oh. I know I'm not trying that much. Oh, shit. What do you think of Tintin?
Tintin? I have seen the movie, Adventures of Tintin. I saw the new CGI movie, and it was actually really fucking good. I enjoyed it.
Nice. Have you ever seen the animated series, or have you read the comics?
Oh, I haven't actually read the comics, but I have seen the old animated series, and one of the cool things, you can find it on Netflix, the old animated series. You can find the whole fucking series on there.
Not only that, I actually have it on DVD.
Nice. Tintin's not a bad one. Not at all.
Yeah, Tintin's actually good. It involves politics and murder. Well, more than just murder, it's just adventure, and that's pretty much about it. And it's rated U here, and then they reference death and murder and killing. It should be PG more than a U. But that's the BBFC, the British Broadcasting Film Classification. But that's just Britain anyway.
Well, Britain is a little bit crazy at times. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
God
Britain.
save the Queen. Love that fucking royal family.
What sports do you actually watch on TV?
College football, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, you did. You said that in the Q&A. Never mind. I'll shoot something in the foot.
It happens.
Happens a lot.
I do it a lot myself.
College football. That's boring because you get teenagers who are actual pseudo-intellectuals. Speaking of pseudo-intellectuals, how so many students have actually thought that Wikipedia was a valid source?
Oh God,
what do you think about that?
Wikipedia has its uses. Some of the articles on Wikipedia are correct, but just for the amount of times that people actually use Wikipedia to troll the entire information base on anything out there is hilarious. Wikipedia should never be used as a reference in a school paper or anything of that sort. Never fucking use that shit.
All you have to do is reference it from a book. That's why college supplies books.
Yeah, that's why there are libraries, you fuckers.
Yeah, that's why they exist now. At least up till I got it right. At least libraries exist for a reason. Jesus Christ.
The only time Till ever got anything right.
Yeah, we have to rely on Wikipedia because, shut up, you pleb.
And Acrolot, there's a reason you're enjoying listening to tubers. It's fucking tubers.
It's fucking tubers. Like,
oh!
Tubers.
Fuck, I wanted to ask you, did you see the commentary that someone just did on you today? Or was it yesterday?
Jack Monero returned. Actually, he informed me just straight away. And in fact, I requested Realmos to do a commentary, so I'm waiting for him to do the commentary right now, uploaded it, and it becomes a huge fucking bandwagon.
Oh shit, I was tempted to commentate on it myself.
Please, do it! Please!
It's a 2-minute video, and yet they shoot themselves in the foot. I don't like sex, but I like to look at sex, just not in pictures where there are sex. Then you don't like sex, or looking at sex. If you just want to look at softcore shit, then you're not looking at sex.
Alright, wait until Realmos uploads his video, and you can shut up. Realmos, please, do it! Do it! Prove him that he is confused about his sexuality. I'm not spoiling it. Let Realmos do the work. Don't spoil it in the chat, Realm.
You got your request live right now, Realmos.
Yeah, do it! Do it! And I even brought the proof to him on Skype. Don't spoil it until you upload it.
Oh god, I just love how the guy opened his commentary with how the YouTube poop community was not doing him justice. In other words, he wasn't getting the subscribers he wanted, so he's jumping the commentary community hoping to get all the subscribers.
That's because he knew me right before the commentating community actually even existed. Well, he actually knew one of my friends, fucking Haggis. You may not know the guy that much, so...
No, I don't really know fucking Haggis. I've heard of fucking Haggis, but I don't really know him.
That's fine, fair enough. He thinks you're a weirdo because you're doing commentaries at 30 and 40, I don't know how old you are, like, you're in your 30s, and he's flipped his shit.
I'm 29, goddammit, I'm not 30 yet.
Oh, whatever, 29. And he was like, oh my god, he has a fucking wife and he does commentaries? Oh my god!
I love that fucking reaction from people, too. I love it.
Yeah, he's a French.
You have a wife and kids? What's wrong with you? What are your kids gonna be like when they grow up? They're gonna be assholes, just like me. How hard is it?
Yeah, back then you were like, oh my god, we pull out the cheesiest words ever, because we're so young.
At least my kids will know how to be assholes correctly.
Yeah. When did you ever discover commentaries?
Oh.
Who was actually your first commentator?
Let's see. Commentaries. I first discovered them a while back, strangely enough, by Dio Aboaku.
Dio Aboa. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the guy I first found him on.
No.
And then there was, God, what was his name? Fucking, shit. I can't remember his name. He's had like 4 accounts. He also did commentaries on bad reviewers and shit like that. He had an obsession with Bat Dam. But, fuck, what was his name? Space Screaming John or some shit like that.
Don't know him that much, so sorry. I'm just paying attention to the ranting community, the faggotry community of all sorts, so...
Yeah, through watching them, I ended up finding out about people like M-Skull, then Youngblood, and, let's see, Slappy, and Roshutsu, and all the others. I started finding it through... Starting with fucking Dio Aboaku. I found it through that path, and, well... Thankfully, I can say Dio Aboaku was not my inspiration.
Yeah. I want to give you a little small test to see how you would react. What do you think about the recent issue when there was a helicopter crash at the Vauxhall Canary Wharf, I think? Somewhere in London, specifically. Have you heard about it in American news or something, or have they just not touched on the subject?
I haven't heard about it. I didn't see it on anything like Fox or CNN or MSNBC or anything like that. I haven't seen it personally.
Thank fuck for that, because it was all over YouTube. It's got like 4 million views with the clips of people actually got crashed in a helicopter, so...
Oh, that's nice. So, we're gonna make money off of people dying. Again. I am Craft Nation. Yeah, I'm a douchebag.
Here's the worst part. It gets mirrored and it's exploited, and no one calls them out for it. It's ridiculous. Oh, that reminds me of exploits. Have you seen? Right. What's your reaction when the kids actually spoke out with Obama on his letter about gun control? Do you think that the parents are actually telling kids what to do and what to say, or do you think the kids feel actually traumatized by the fact that kids are getting killed by adults? Well, technically the shooter, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I'd rather not mention his name.
I know what you're talking about, but that's kind of a mixed one. It all depends on the kid. It really does. A lot of them are probably being told by their parents what to say, but there are probably some that actually are intelligent enough to come up with their own ideas behind it. While I do not support heavy gun control, I never will. And you can debate me that to the end. I will never support heavy gun control. There ain't no sense in it. It ain't going to stop jack shit. But most of those kids are probably being told by their leftist parents on what to say.
Yeah. Fair enough. What do you think of the gayest time zones ever between Britain and the United States? Do you think they're terrible, or do you think they're actually terrible?
The time zones?
The time zones between me and you. What do you think about that? Terrible or terrible?
Well, obviously I've only got 2 options there between terrible and terrible, so I have to say terrible.
Yay! At least you listened to me and obeyed me. Because I'm God.
Jesus Christ. No, Tubers, you've had the line for 20 minutes now.
Alright, I think I should head off and watch some more Poirot before I head off to bed. That should help me become tired. Alright.
So, alright. Well, Tubers, I'll talk to you later, man.
Alright, see ya.
Alright. Okay. We will get someone else in here. Let's see. I know Master TP10 was wanting to get on real quick, and I've already talked with him some, so Master TP10, I'm going to call you up. Hope you got your headset ready. Hope you got your microphone ready to go, because we're going to pull you in.
Alrighty!
Alright! And you're live with the professor!
Okay, that's gay. I will never do that shit again.
I'm sorry, I just need...
I will never do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Shut up, Lazarus. Shut up.
I feel like killing myself now. I need to do something, but yeah, that wouldn't work. Okay, so I might as well ask some questions. This one's gonna get you some. This probably gonna cause up something, but have you seen Doug Walker's newest video?
No, but I've been getting messages and messages and messages about him going back into the Nostalgia Critic and reviewing something from 2012? How the fuck is that nostalgic?
I don't know. I watched the video. He's like, from here on in, it's like, unless it's in theaters, he's allowed to review or something. He's like, okay, maybe the cutoff date is too much for something, or I don't know, some shit like that. The only thing that I think works though is that he's no longer doing like every week. So it may make the jokes better, if at all.
I have not seen it, so let me just go pull up his gay-ass website.
And it's like, he's doing a review once every 2 weeks or something now, or I don't know, some shit like that.
Making it 1 week for that stupid, whatever it's called, that demo reel, and then his reviews.
No, he also said he was canceling demo reel.
Probably one of the best ideas that fucker's ever had. Oh god, because I've watched a couple of the other ones after the first one, and it was still shit.
Yeah, it's like, this could technically be considered the final episode of demo reel, but it's like, demo reel's only in it for like 10 minutes or something, not even.
I'll have to check it out, because I have not watched it. The review must go on.
If anything, it's just like, it just involves the characters from it, but it's nothing else. And if that's the case, I wonder what else I can ask. Oh yeah, another question I was asking, I might as well ask a Pokemon question.
Go for it.
What is your favorite generation of Pokemon? Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Oh god, honestly, it's kind of a toss-up. Because I remember Absol came out in Gen 3, if I remember correctly, but they had Quilava and, all the way up to Quilava, Cyndaquil, those, and Gen 2. So it's kind of a toss-up between them. Gen 69, Lazarus, shut up.
Obviously, you have to think about Gen 34.
Rule 34. There's plenty of that on the internet. Gelbaru, you can see plenty of it on Gelbaru, but it's kind of a toss-up between Gens 2 and 3, because there's a lot of Pokemon in both of those generations that I would like.
Oh, okay, I see.
Smack that, Lucario!
No, that's...
Nice. Smack that!
Okay, well, that kind of made my day. Thank you, Hyper Two-Face Man.
You made Master TP10's day by telling us to smack that Lucario.
Now, conversely, what would you say would be your least favorite generation?
Let's see. Oh, fuck. I might have to agree with Lazarus on that and go with Gen 4. Might actually have to agree with him.
Oh, okay. I personally feel the opposite. But, oh well.
I'm a Pikachu! I know, Akraloth, I got your request, and I've got you added on Skype now.
I still don't, and I asked for a request like a long ass time ago. But oh well. No, it's not garbage, Lazarus. You look nothing.
It's garbage! Although Lazarus technically said gay beige, but still. Because Lazarus can't spell.
Definitely his education. Might as well also bring this up. Whatever happened to reviewing anime?
Reviewing anime. Oh, shit. I'm getting back into that. That's one of my plans this year is to try to get back into doing some of those videos that are not commentaries. I've already got the script written for my retrospective on Final Fantasy IV, and I'm also going to be working on going back into the reviewing anime. I'm going to start with Code Geass if I can ever get that script written again. And if people still want to see them, I'm going to do Let's Plays. I'm going to finish the one Let's Play I was doing of Pony Fantasy VI, which Rome Wars was there for the beginning of that. He knows the whole story behind Pony Fantasy VI.
I've been seeing every episode, man. I enjoy, people getting upset over, oh no, it's like, it's Final Fantasy VI, but it's ponies, my childhood is ruined.
Well,
Ugh.
I intend to finish that one, and if people still want me to do Let's Plays, then I'll do them, and I know what game I'll do after that, and it's more of a, it's not one that's going to cause people to freak out over it being a pony game, because it's not going to be a pony game, it's just going to be a very obscure and underrated PlayStation 1 game that I'm not going to give out the title of it, because I want that to be a surprise when I finally get around to doing that, which, now that I have Wednesday afternoons to myself at the house, because my wife is going back to work on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I will have time to actually do Let's Plays. I haven't had time to record Let's Play in a while.
In a similar vein, how often will you and Realm Wars be making Let's Faps?
Every time me and Realm Wars find a new game to Let's Fap to, although technically it's always me. I'm always the one who finds the Let's Fap material.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, those are fun to make. If nothing else, just to show how bad of human beings we are, how horrible we are as human beings.
Yes.
And ripping off Game Grumps. God damn, that last Let's
So, in which case, would you be Eagle Raptor or would you be Jontron?
Oh, we talked about that during the last Let's Fap. I'm Jontron, you know. Actually, Hyper Two-Face, man, Supersonic 407 came up with a theme song for us. He put it in the comments section of, "Hey, I'm Fap. I'm all the Fap. Let's start the Let's Fap." Completely ripping off Game Grumps.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
That's Ryan for you. That's Supersonic 407. He's a nut job. I love that guy.
Me too.
So what else you got, man? What else you got?
Oh. Would you believe me if... You remember how you did that commentary on Cario Wave's top 10 worst Pokemon, whatever, gimmicks?
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you that I thought his top 5 Pokemon generations was worse?
I have not seen that. And the thing about the generations, that's going to be very opinion based. So
yeah, it's not just it's not the opinions that is bad though. It's, you know, everyone has an opinion. Obviously, I'm not, you know, really. I'm not too keen on Gen 2. I'll be honest. And Gen 4 is my favorite. However, that's not my problem. His problem is his reasons and his facts are shit.
I haven't seen it. I usually don't watch Curia Wave videos. I don't.
Yeah, I was looking up just top 5 Pokemon generations on YouTube and found that.
I really don't watch that many top 10s, top 5s, and all that stuff. They usually get sent to me by people and say, "This is shit, do a commentary." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll look at it."
Well, oh, you got a drink too. Well, I was gonna say, it's not usually, it's not like, well, you know, I sort of also kind of watch top 10s and all that other shit. It's not really shit to me, but, you know, you get it.
Yeah.
Indeed. I wonder if, wait, let me see some. If you have a great bleep, someone say this in your live stream. A great ass? What?
I have a great ass. It's a fantastic ass.
Okay, just how often does Brownmore's, how often do you visit Brownmore's in your basement?
He gets conjugal visits once every month. I give him food. I give him bread and water every 2 or 3 days, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, might as well ask. Favorite commentator, other than yourself?
Favorite commentator? I said it before. I can't really pin down a straight up favorite commentator. I have the commentators I like. Of course, there's Hobbs. As much dick sucking as people will say that is, Hobbs is of course one of them that I think is a great commentator. You got M Skull. You've got Akraloth, and he's in the call. Oh yeah, I just gave you a shout out. You might fangasm. Yeah, Akraloth is a good one.
I just saw him saying, I just came.
Let's see. T-Mont, when he actually brings them out. Romors actually does a good job with commentaries. Let's see. If Lazarus did commentaries, I might like him, but because he doesn't, Lazarus is a dick. There's
Lazarus, you suck. Because you don't do commentaries.
There's a lot of them out there. Of course, infamously Awesome 95. I like his stuff. He's a hilarious commentator, honestly. There are those out there that I think that are better than I am, and yet they're still got a smaller fan base than I do. I don't know. It's a long list. There's a lot of commentators I do like. Of course, my internet daughter, Scarlet Otaku. She's a good commentator, and she's the new Danny / Slappy. She really is.
Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah.
Don't ask me, because I don't know.
Well, damn it! I keep on thinking of it, and I forget when I open my mouth. I blame Lazarus.
We blame Lazarus for a lot of things.
Well, oh yeah. If you know how you seem to have like multiple avatar disorder or something. If you had to choose another one, who would it be and why, or for what?
Honestly, if I ever brought in one more, which I don't think that'll happen, I'd probably have to bring back Vash because he was one of my original avatars, and I did like using Bash. I really did.
Well, I thought you also used like Terry from Batman BF at one point or something.
Oh, Terry McGinnis, I did use him once. I used him in my one co-op commentary I've ever done.
No idea. Not necessarily with me, but have you ever thought about doing another co-op commentary?
I would, if I have the material to do and someone who wants to do a commentary with me.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are people in this call like Ed Perloff or Bromworth that would want to.
Well, speaking of, that's something I'm going to talk to Akraloth eventually because, well, he decided to use Panty. I used Stocking. It's like, okay, when are we going to do a co-op anarchy commentary that we both wear sexy hats?
Well, I was thinking more, he had also used Excalibur, you used Professor Stein.
Yeah, I know. Akraloth likes making a bunch of jokes towards me. Akraloth, calm down, buddy.
That should be like, he has like Ed from Cowboy Bebop. You need to use a Cowboy Bebop character just because.
Me, I could use Faye. Keep with the giant tits. Oh, yeah. We can go to it and with a and a so, buddy, calm down, man. Calm down.
Do you talk to your mother with that?
So what else you got, man? Because I'm going to have to pull someone else in here shortly.
You know what? 60 minutes. I think I've hogged enough time.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. See ya.
All right. Now, Bro Wars has already been bugging me, going, add me to the call, add me in. So, here's what I need you guys to do. Whoever wants to come into this, whoever wants to ask questions, go ahead and just send me a text message via Skype, send me an instant message, and I'll add you in order that I get those messages real quick. And we'll try to make sure we have time to get everyone in. But I will get Realm Wars in here because he's already been bugging me about it. So go ahead and send me a message on Skype if you want to come in if you got questions. That way I know who does want in and I can start adding them in at that. Oh, here we go. We're already getting them. And I'll add you guys in at the order I get the notifications, as it were. So, Realm Wars, get your ass in here, man. Let's get this done. Everyone wants to hear from me in Realm Wars, I'm sure. Because we get along so well. Realm Wars! Realm Wars, where y'all face at? It ain't out of them. It ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. Where the hell is that honky? Fine. I'll get back to Realm Wars. The first person to message me after I said that was Highlanders, so... This actually works halfway decently. Highlander!
Hi!
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? It's been a long time no speak, eh?
It's been that way. I've been a little busy. I've been able to be on Skype nearly as much as I used to be.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, hi, fuck, I can't pronounce your name.
Oh, hi, Akraloth. Oh, hi.
Hey, boy, how's your sex life? Haha, what a story, boy. Haha, I'll read this reference. I'm so funny. Haha.
Because references to the room are always timely and necessary.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Master TB10. That's me, TB10, and Tiger Striker are the only commentators that use Disney villains as of now.
Disney villains are overrated. Anime characters. Anime is where it's at. We all use anime. No, you, Master TP10. I almost read exactly what he said and told myself, no, you.
I'm Alf. Oh, okay, that's cool. According to Lazarus, I look like Alf. That's cool.
Oh, if I can make the dated reference, well, at least Lazarus looks like a black man, but still.
Indeed.
So, what questions you got there?
Oh, questions. Well, this is kind of bit of a live stream, like a Q&A back to back or something, sort of like that.
Yeah, that's what people requested because this is my 1,000 subscriber special. So they wanted a live Q&A, so that's what I'm doing is a live Q&A. If I run out of questions, it'll just turn into a live stream where I talk about some shit that I've seen in the past few days I want to talk about. If you'd rather do that during your time on the line, then I'll be more than happy to do that.
Okay, so I know that I thought a lot of questions, but here's some that come from the tip of my tongue. What is your best and worst commentary you have ever done in your life?
Oh, shit. Best and worst. God. I'd have to go through the list of commentaries I've done, and I've done too many of them. Oh, shit. Well, thankfully, I have a playlist set up on my channel that gives me all my commentaries I've done. Oh, shit. Well, one of the worst I've done, and probably mainly because it was the first one I ever did, it was the one I did on King Master Reviews. That one was bad, but if you go by things like audio quality, there was one, the second one I ever did was on some guy bitching about the PSP Go, but he kept calling it the NGP, which is what's known as the PS Vita now.
That's a really nice English right there.
Oh, shit. Worst ones I've done.
It could be anything. Just from the tip of your tongue. It could be anything.
Oh. I honestly don't think the one I did on Guptill was that good. There were a lot of things that I missed that I could have brought up that I didn't, and I probably should have. I think that's honestly one of my lower ones that I've ever done.
Yeah. I mean, like, we all make mistakes. We have to look back at them and say, oh, this video was pretty shitty, and hell, when a person comments on them, I'll just move on and learn without being a dick to flag it.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, as for best I've ever done, oh, shit. I'm going to have to say that it'd probably have to be the ones I did on Too Funny version 4. And those were back on TOG Reviews as well. I had a lot of fun doing those, and I actually liked how they came out. And then, of course, there's the first one I did on Jim99. That he did a commentary on the troll, defending bronies against the troll. The one that I... Okay, so maybe bronies can't make commentaries is the title of it.
Yeah. I always ponder why bronies cannot do commentaries nowadays. I feel like, you know, bronies are like the cancer of the community. I'm sorry if it's really offensive, people. If you're a brony, please don't use your love and tolerance against me.
Well, strangely enough, you could pretty much qualify me as a brony because I do, to an extent, enjoy that show. I've watched it with my kids and learned to like it, so you could technically call me a brony as well.
Well, I'm not saying that all bronies are bad, but if you want to be a good commentator, you have to, like, you know, just pay attention to the video and start scripting, thinking about what you're going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, like... Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I'll let you go first.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it's funny because I haven't done a single full-length commentary, like, in a very long time, and I remember Young Mo to go after, like, Rob Biz' video, but I was just too lazy to do it because I didn't know what I was going to say. I'm such a lazy fuck.
Oh, well, I've had people request me to pretty much literally write their scripts for them.
Well, actually, whenever it comes to, you know, basically scripting, I just like asking their view for, like, bad grammar or some stuff like that, so that's what I kind of do sometimes.
Oh, no, that's understandable, but I had someone literally pretty much say for me to come up with every point they were going to raise in the video, raise in their commentary, literally write their script for them.
Sometimes, if you're going to, like, I just like to pick up my own points rather than have someone do their own points, because that's just kind of cheating. That's what I would do. I just make up my own points, and as you're saying, hey, can you look at this point if it's good enough, and I'll show you what the video is, and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I told them, was, what is the purpose of you making this commentary if I'm going to be the one writing your script?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to do this, at least credit what they did. I mean, after all, they're the ones that wrote it, not you.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much. It's not that hard to do commentaries. It's really not.
Yeah, just like go to YouTube, sure. They're just click on relevant and bam, you might see tons of videos around 2013.
Yeah. There's commentaries are so easy to make. They're one of the easiest fucking video types to make. It really doesn't take any effort.
I don't know why, but I had this weird thing that whenever a good commentator always leaves, when a new one comes in, they always end up being shit, so the popular ones can just rip the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the community has been going downhill. Well, I mean, a lot of good faces have been leaving, the bad ones, like last year, and things have changed. And, I mean, we got commentators like Master TB10 who's still commenting, Other Cloth, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, without them, they wouldn't inspire other people to do commentaries.
Well, the fun thing is, people have been saying the commentary community has been going to shit ever since it got created. Ever since it started, they've talked about how the commentary community has been going to shit. My only question about commentators is, where the fuck is ZM?
Yeah, some people say that ZM must have left the commentating community, but I think he's just being lazy.
I don't know. It could be either one, and if he left, that's his choice. And to answer your question there, Scan, it's technically Smugleaf left the commentary community, and yet he still makes commentaries.
Yeah, Smugleaf still makes commentaries, and I actually kind of like him. He's actually kind of funny.
And yet he denies being in the community. God, I love Smugleaf.
So funny.
He's a nut. He's a goofball. I love Smugleaf. He's awesome.
Me too. Me too. Okay, now we gotta think of some other questions. Okay, what's on the top of my tongue that I can think of anything to say to Mr. TOGProfessor? Okay, do you have any plan? What do you work? Like, are you like an actual professor or something, or
Actually, right now I'm a computer specialist. I'm a technician for Walmart for the direct imports department at the home office. I'm just a systems technician right now. I'm honestly trying to get into a position where I'm doing more public speaking, because that's what I actually really enjoy to do. And if I ever had the money to do it, I would go back to school for psychology, get my master's in psychology, and go become a professor of psychology at a school somewhere, some university, some college, or something of that sort. That's what I would love to do, but I don't have the kind of money right now to go back to school for psychology. Right now, I'm just a computer technician.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know why, but I always see myself in the future as either a game designer, because I've always been a long-time fan of video games. But the problem is I have to know computers and scripting and stuff like that, which is kind of a tough one, because when you think about it, it's pretty hard to be a game designer, of course.
Yeah, it is. I've got a buddy who went to school for just the video or the graphical work or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Just creating of the graphics, the characters and everything else, and he constantly talks about how much of a pain in the ass it is just to do that. Let alone coding.
Cool.
And I went to school to be a programmer and a computer technician, and programming can be a bitch.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So, I mean, like, if I would, let's like sort of like a back-to-back Q&A. Like, what questions do you want to ask me? I'm just a bit, curious. Am I cool yet, guys? Am I cool yet?
Questions for you. Questions for you. Well, as arrogant as this might sound, what is it about my shit that you actually like?
I actually I haven't really watched a lot of your commentaries lately, or I pay attention to anyone else's content. Basically, I actually kind of think you're kind of funny to a certain extent. There's ones where you kind of, try a little too hard to be funny at times, but you're not all that half bad. You're pretty good.
Good enough for me.
Yeah.
I can.
To say, you suck.
Oh, I can admit that I try too hard on regular occasions. I can definitely admit that I try too hard. And that's something I try to keep from doing, is trying so hard. I usually just try to let it just go, but sometimes it's like, I gotta do something or this will be boring, and then it comes out and people go, oh, this is shit. So, I didn't even think about what kind of things to ask people. How about, oh god, these are such fucking generic questions, but you're a commentator. Why did you get into the fucking community?
Okay, it was around 2011. I found Rashitsu's channel back when she wasn't terminated or anything for using copyright bullshit. I found her Sonic retrospective, which I thought was pretty interesting. Then I saw her commentary. I didn't pay any attention to it, but I didn't thought commentary was that interesting, so I decided to watch it, and I got kind of interested. Then I saw like her friends like Ryan, Adam, Phoenix, Loudon, Jen, Mephistan, Vesper, and the list goes on and on and on. And I got so inspired by those people, I decided to make my own commentary. My first commentary was basically on Gyro and Hedgie for Life 3's basically a video saying that everybody got rid of the Hedgie when he agreed to leave.
Yeah, I know. I remember that video. I remember that shit. I remember that Gyro Hedgie video.
It was just basically a, sort of like a screen recording with Camtasia 7, and I did bring up some decent points in the next commentary I did. But this time, with an avatar choice, I used Isaac Clarke because I got fascinated with the whole Dead Space video game series on Racco the Wolf, which was when he was still relevant.
Ah, Racco. I remember Racco the Wolf, too. And, well, Mephiston, of course you're still relevant. You're one of the first people to do a commentary on me, you dick. But
yeah, I remember that. He brought up some pretty good points.
He did, and that was one of the videos that I tried too hard. And I will have to admit, yeah, that's probably one of my least best commentaries I've ever done, is that one.
Yeah. And hell, I mean, like, as I went on and on, I didn't make the first one-shot, which was on Ricky Famiya, which is him, threatening to use, like, an orange. I tried to go for a more sarcastic route. As I went on and on, then I got some subscribers, like, Kristen subbed to me, Ryan, Danny, and let's go went on and stuff like that. I was quite happy of somebody, accomplishments, like I just earned it. It was also around the time when Max was still there. I kind of missed that guy in the community. Max, which is the Kamikaze Master. I missed that guy.
Oh god, yeah, me and Max used to talk all the time and mess around.
Yeah.
We used to do shit all the time, me and Max. I haven't talked to Max in a long time either. Really haven't.
Yeah. I only texted him like a few times. Well, yeah, Max is definitely still around, but I don't want to tell about his new channel because he just want to be associated with his community.
Oh no, it's fine. And don't give out Max's channel. I know he doesn't want to be associated and he doesn't want it given out, so don't be giving it out. Don't be giving Max's channel out. Don't do that. So, anything else you got, man? So, because I'm going to have to pull someone else in here so they can ask their questions.
Dude, you got like one more question for me, or want me to answer a question to you? I'm just curious.
I don't really have any questions because honestly, I didn't think up any questions to ask people. I really didn't. I didn't even contemplate the idea of me asking other people questions. Which, now that you said it, it's probably something I should have done. But I'm an idiot, and I didn't do it.
Yeah. So, I got a question to make. Also, I think I think of one more question. Who is best pony in My Little Pony?
Best pony. I'd have to say Twilight Sparkle, obviously, because that's who I use as a fucking avatar. Anytime I commentate on Brony-related videos.
Well, to think about it, she is actually kind of intelligent.
Exactly. And she can be a narcissistic ass on occasion, which is why I can relate to that character. Oh god, Tits on Guy, don't bring that shit up. Don't bring up Demi.
He started up the whole, well, let's just say, avatar thing with a sexy anime girl, so yada yada. And, I would find it creepy if Demi was dressed up as Yoko Linter from Gurren Lagann.
So, well, alright, man. Thanks for coming in on this, and I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to get someone else in here so they can ask their questions, but thanks, Highlander.
Alright, see ya.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Adios.
Bye. Wow, this is actually going better than I thought. There's more people watching than I thought there would. Now that Realm Wars is back, he's just going to have to wait his sorry ass in line because he decided to leave when I was going to add him in. Ugh. So, the next person to message me was the Sexy Hat Man, Acroloth2160. I've been trying to keep up with this.
Sexy Hat Man.
Ah, what's up, Acroloth? And you know what? Mephiston, for me, that is a mile marker, man. That is a mile marker. 20 viewers on a live stream.
Believe me, I don't usually hear about the averages that often. Anyway, hello!
What's up, you sexy British bastard, you?
You as well, dear. We just attempt each other's accents all the time.
Oh, I could fucking pull off the posh British accent on occasion.
Go back to grade 1 school, you fucking idiot.
Pulling off of tubers. What's going on, man? What you got?
I used to actually, it's much fun about that. I was originally going to post this in the comment thing, but I actually used to live in the same sort of area where Tubers' accent came from. But I think my sister sort of developed.
You used to live in Liverpool?
Well, actually, so not too far from Liverpool. I think more in the Yorkshire area, but it was that sort of accent-y type. My brain's turning to guacamole already.
So what's up, man? What you got?
Oh man, I sort of improvised this notepad document down. I was trying to try and get loads of stuff together. Apologies if I don't sound as good as I usually do. Okay, so first up, least favorite anime.
Least favorite anime. That one, let's see, it's either got to be a toss-up between Hamtaro, because that shit just sucks. And for nothing else, but because of the hype behind the fucking series, is Death Note. I don't like Death Note. I despise it. And for the sole fact that people raised and boosted that up, and they kept talking about it and how awesome it is, they're just like, oh my god, this fucking anime is so fucking awesome, you've got to see it, you got to see it, it's the best thing ever. And I watched it and said, this is shit.
It was one of the first anime I ever watched. A friend of mine was obsessed with it, and at first I kind of liked the intrigue surrounding it, but now I just can't watch it again because of the ending. Because the ending is one of those endings which makes the entire series just totally pointless.
Which one was that?
5 damn DVD volumes over Jack.
Which one was this?
Death Note.
Death Note? Yeah. Why does it have 5 DVD volumes?
5 DVD, yeah, exactly.
It's only 26 fucking episodes.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm over here in the UK, where it was licensed by Manga UK, they usually have it in a sort of fairly thin box set to accumulate all the DVDs together. They have this sort of massive Robotech style box set, which contains individual cases for each DVD. It's ridiculous. I suppose it could be excused considering that it was early days of Manga Entertainment, but still.
Yeah, I don't like Death Note. I really fucking don't like Death Note, and I don't like Full Metal Alchemist for the sole fact that it has Vic Mignogna in it.
Oh yeah. I like FMA Brotherhood, but I can tell you it's not for Vic Mignogna.
Well, okay, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way because people have asked before, what is my deal with Vic Mignogna? Why do I not like Vic Mignogna? People has that's horrible fucking English, have asked me multiple times what my issue is with Vic Mignogna. My issue with that guy is him, personally. That guy. He's a fucking dick. He really is. Okay, yeah, if you meet him and you're just a fan, if you're just a fan of Vic Mignogna, he's going to be the greatest person in the fucking world.
A messianic figure or something.
Exactly. He's going to be the greatest person in the world. But if you are at a convention as a staff member, you are fucking dirt to him. You are meant to serve Vic Mignogna's every last need if you are on staff. He doesn't give two shits about you if you're on staff. It's hilarious. One of my buddies tested it because we had him at a convention down at one of the conventions that I help host and I run main stage for. But we were in the autographs, and we were in the autograph line for Vic Mignogna. He already knew about me, and he already hated me at this point, and I'll explain that story in a minute. But he didn't know about my buddy Cody. So what my buddy Cody did, he went up there with his badge, showing that he's just an attendee. Because at the convention, we had to have both an attendee badge and a staff badge, depending on what we're doing.
Yeah.
And when he went up there in the line, Vic Mignogna saw he was just an attendee, and he's like, oh yeah, talking to him, starts signing his autograph, and then Cody looks down and says, oh crap, I need to turn this around, and it shows staff, and Vic Mignogna just shut up, signed his autograph, gave it to him, and that was it. Vic Mignogna's a dick. He is. And the fact that every convention he's at, he demands that you let him have an hour and a half on Sunday mornings to have a devotional.
Almost religious.
Yeah, he demands to have a devotional. And then you meet him, and he is complete opposite of what his devotional was about. He is completely the opposite. And it's hilarious. The joke that Little Karibo made about how Vic Mignogna loves the ladies, it's the truth. It is the fucking truth. But it's okay, I won't go that far. Because there's certain things about Vic Mignogna I'm not supposed to share. But the reason he hated me is because during that convention, when we got him on main stage to announce all the guests there, I was on main stage at the time during opening ceremonies. And Vic Mignogna got on the stage, and he did this whole, do you have any idea how happy I am to be here? It's so wonderful to see every last one of you. And I freaked out one of my friends with that voice because she thought I was Vic for a while. But after he finished his thing, I went up to the microphone, and I stole a joke from Little Karibo. I went up, and I did the whole, warning, this convention contains copious amounts of Vic Mignogna, so on and so forth, the whole Duke Devlin joke. And I saw Vic Mignogna's face. I never knew he could show a range of emotion. I saw his face when it started, because he's like, oh, this guy's going to talk me up. He's going to talk about how awesome I am. It went from elation to shock to dismay and then anger. Dead anger. He was surrounded by fangirls just giving me the evil eyes. And now Todd Habercorn, if you know who he is, he's Death the Kid from Soul Eater, and he does all kinds of different voices, but he was at that convention as well. His ass was on the ground laughing. I had Todd Habercorn on the ground just rolling in laughter the entire time. And then it was great. Vic Mignogna mentioned me at other conventions about how he loved the convention he was at, but that one asshole who made fun of him on the main stage, he hates that guy. He doesn't know his name, but he hates that asshole who made fun of him on main stage.
Anonymous asshole! I should have done that phrase. Credit goes to the 98 Funny One for the specific way that I pronounced arsehole, but still, the anonymous arsehole!
So what other questions you got there, Akraloth?
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's on the topic of because I name drop you. I first think I have a self-imposed contractual obligation to name drop you in practically every commentary I do. Yeah, I notice I'm doing that a lot, but is there one specific avatar that you don't want me using just because you're going to use it eventually?
Fuck, I don't care, man. My avatars just come and go just at random. Really, they do. They just come at random. Sometimes just like, I want to use this character randomly for no absolute fucking reason, then I do.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then they get added to the pool of characters that I'll use, and they just randomly get pulled out every now and then.
Yeah, I sort of had the same motivation for this commentary that I've got in the pipe at the moment. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's on someone who was making a video on ranting against Must Destroy All, and knowing what Must Destroy All said about the commentary community using anime avatars, I just sort of played along with that and changed my avatar to Tony Stark. So just because.
Honestly, I liked the video that I Must Destroy All made. I honestly liked his commentary rant.
Yeah, I liked it as well. It was I actually remember commenting saying that he was too nice on the commentary community. Because let's be honest,
he was too nice.
Yeah,
and I do like how at the end he did also make sure he mentioned that not all commentators are shit. They're not all this way. It's just the majority of them.
Exactly. The demon speaks the truth. The bloke in the troll mask speaks the truth. But it's not a mask, it's his face, whatever.
He really fucking does.
He really does.
So I think I got time for one more from you, Akraloth. What you got, man?
Alright. Yes, I need to say this one. How much would you believe me if I told you that, judging by from what I've heard, I'm slightly older than Realm Wars?
I would assume that you guys are right about the same age.
Yeah, it's roughly the same age. I think, I remember during the suit-up situation, during the suit-up situation, he said that he said that his criticism from a third-person perspective was that of a 19-year-old, and at the time I was 20, and at the moment I'm 20 as well, so from that I'm deducing that I'm slightly older than Realm Wars, and that's kind of scary to me.
You are, by about a year. You are older than Realm Wars.
One of my favourite commentate as ever, and I'm slightly older, and that is actually probably quite scary.
Hey, fuck. I was inspired by people who are much, much younger than me.
Oh, man.
I am the grandpa of the community.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of the commentary community, I actually rather like the sound of that co-op commentary idea, so PM me when you get any ideas.
No, dude, PM me if you get an idea, because we need to do an Anarchy Girl commentary.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, panty and stocking.
Hell yeah. We also need a third guy in there to be Garterbell.
Oh, I'm sure I can find someone who has a fro to be the garter belt.
Yeah, doesn't Youngblood didn't Youngblood used to have a fro, I think?
I think Youngblood got rid of his, but Realmore still should have his fro.
That'll be a trio made in heaven, oh man.
But alright, man, I'm gonna get someone else in here, so...
Absolutely.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, Ekaloth.
Bye, TG.
Alright, I'll talk to you, bye. Hey, think I can ask you... Yes, Kristen, you can ask me stuff. I got a few people in front of you. I'm trying to get as many as I can in and over the next hour. So, fatality, God! Decline! I can... I'm going in specific order here, or the best order I can. Okay. Alright. I've already put off Realm Wars once because he decided to skip out on this, so I'll bring him in. What's up, man? Dude, I can barely hear you. Realm Wars, where's your headset?
Oh, my thing was off. But anyway, I was starting off with, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my sunshine gal.
Send me a kiss, my wife. Baby, my heart's on fire. Anyway.
So what's up, man? I'm sure no one's surprised to hear you, and well, when me and you are together, shit goes down.
Yes, via the TOG's basement.
Yes, Realm Wars, live from my basement, from the phone that I allow him to use that can connect to the live stream.
Magic.
It's an old analog phone, too. You have to do the whole...
I prefer that way. Nostalgia!
So what's up, man? What do you think about the whole doing a co-op with Akraloth?
Sounds orgasmic.
The two sexy hat guys using the Anarchy twin or Anarchy sisters, and you using fucking garter belts.
And apparently Master TP10 thinks we should make some kind of a live Let's Fab sometime.
Well, problem is, live stream and Ustream, that's both against their guidelines.
Well, fuck me.
That's against their guidelines, or we would. So...
Anyway, I've got my questions here on this notepad. Yeah, Akraloth, I had this idea before you. Shut up. Anyway, my first question. Out of the three that I'm about to list here, which do you think is overstaying its welcome?
This should be an interesting list. The answer is Naruto.
No!
Oh, you're an Arafak.
No!
You're Naruto. What is it?
Honestly though, to be realistic here, I don't blame you, but yeah, it has been going on for quite some time, and all it's really been doing is trying to prove how God-Bada Naruto can be. Like, apparently, now in the series, he can distribute the Nine Tails' chakra to other people. Not shitting you.
Okay, whatever, fuck it, get to your list. I can bitch about Naruto for hours.
Okay, my second question. What is your take on the animes are not cartoon argument?
Animes are a fucking cartoon. It's animated! Cartoons are animated! Anime is animated! Hence the fucking name anime! They're fucking cartoons!
And thus you just made enemies with a bunch of weeaboos. I hope you're happy.
I don't give a shit! I make enemies with weeaboos all the time. I go to conventions and entertain weeaboos. I tell weeaboos to their face that animes are cartoons!
Taito Shira, you might want to listen up here. This man sounds like he has something important to say.
Oh God! Don't bring up Tanoshiro. We don't have time to make fun of his ass because that can last for hours.
God damn it. Anyway, 3. Why don't those fools in the comment section realize Magikarp is God?
Because they do not understand the power of Splash.
Well, fuck them. Okay, 4. Can you explain to me why Dan Hibiki didn't jump into death battle between Goku and Superman?
Why Dan Hibiki didn't?
Like, come on.
Because he knew he would kick both of their asses if he did. Because, like I said in my top 10, the badasses in video games, only a real man wears pink.
Yes. And thus, Dan. No one looks manlier in pink doing shoryukens.
And yes, Mephiston, Whitney's Miltank, would kick the shit out of Dan. I'm sorry, it would. That fucking Pokemon is a bitch.
Machop.
Dude.
Well, technically, Dan is actually a fighting type.
Dude, that fucking Miltank has beastly defense, and then it has the fucking rollout. Ugh.
Fuck that. Bootleg Raging Demon.
Hack in a Sableye with Wonder Guard.
Oh wait, 5. Can I order Dan Hibiki to beat up Vic Mignogna?
Go for it.
Yes! Eat his Gokyukins!
I would pay to see this shit.
Like someone cosplays as Dan Hibiki and just pummels living crap out of Vic Mignogna.
I would pay to see that happen. I would pay to see a Dan Hibiki cosplay just start punching Vic Mignogna randomly. But I'm Dan Hibiki, bitch!
I wonder how TOGProfessor would handle that.
He'd probably be on the ground laughing his ass off yet again.
Now, 6, trying to remain on serious Earth here. Any series, Japanese or American, do you wish to look into?
Japanese or American?
Yep, either word.
Honestly, fuck, I don't know. Honestly, the series, and I saw an advertise it for it, it's a BBC series that I want to check out when it finally gets to BBC America, or if I can find it online. It's called Ripper Street.
Okay.
Based on the time frame of Jack the Ripper. And
Is
it's
there any
about,
doctors?
yeah, it's about one of the investigators or whoever was hunting down Jack the Ripper, and a bunch of crimes start happening again. It looks fucking interesting. I want to see Ripper Street. I want to check that shit out.
Will there be any doctors?
I'm sure there will.
There better be.
The doctor will just randomly show up. I'm
I
Dr.
have
D.
high expectations for this.
Hello, I'm the doctor. I'm Matt Smith. I'm just randomly popping into your series to give you more publicity.
And thus more My Little Pony fanfiction is made.
Because bow ties are cool.
Yes. The funny thing is, for Christmas, like this year, I actually got my dad a Doctor Who t-shirt that basically had Matt Smith on the front that said, bow ties are cool.
Matt Smith does a good job, but still, Tom Baker is the best doctor.
Alright,
And-
question. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, well, let's see, 7, Wii U, expectations.
I expect it will do just about as good as the Wii did.
Well, okay then.
Overall, now, starting out, no. But when they stop developing for the Wii and they just go straight across to developing only for the Wii U, it'll probably do just as good, almost. For the sole fact that there's so many Nintendo fanboys that it'll just continue doing what it always has.
Alright. Well, okay then. Number 8, the next Smash Brothers, expectations.
For it to kick some ass, I guess. For it to kick ass, it's the Smash Brothers series. I don't play them that much, but they're still fun. I have yet to have a Smash Brothers I didn't enjoy playing, at least to an extent.
Yeah, well, because it's like, apparently Bandai Namco are helping out with this one, and because of that, there's a lot of people going, Klonoa might get a chance to get back to video games, even though it's like, yeah, I'm kind of doubting that as much as I really don't want to.
I want my Klonoa.
He'll be, no, it's like Tingle will be top tier in that game. Fuck you, Mennonite. It's like, Smash Brothers is like the only game on the Wii, like down at the gaming club club at our college that we actually have ever playing in the Wii. Like, we're rarely playing any other game. And there is this other guy who I was beating the living shit out of today, but who goes by the name of Fang. Oh my god, it's like, he is a fucking spammer when it comes to Meta-Knight. B, 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 that's all he freaking does. The thing that completely destroys him, Kirby Hammer.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you get a Wii, the best thing you could ever fucking do with it is hack it.
Yes.
A hacked Wii is one of your best friends. God help me.
It's like finally I can play as Danny, Beaky, and Brawl, and then I can hack myself beyond that recorded on YouTube.
Alright, dude. I gotta get someone else in here because I've got quite a few people lined up for
This
them.
is my last question right here. Was your hand on my dick this entire segment?
Dude, you've been down in the basement. I'm in my room. Do you see me? Do you see yourself in the camera anywhere behind me? Does this look like the basement?
Yes, it does.
Strangely enough, it does. But no! Strangely enough, this does look like my non-existent basement.
I found a tampon down here. What should I do with it?
Put it up your ass, Romulus!
Here you go, Baxter.
Alright, man. I'm gonna get someone else in.
Alright.
Alright, I'll touch you later, Romulus.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, the next person I'll bring in has been waiting for a little while, and I'm trying to get you guys in as quick as I can, is Harbringer. Get your mic ready. Because I'm bringing you in, Mr. I'm using the Pikachu on Skype, Harbringer. Harbringer, what's going on?
Nah, not much. How about you?
Well, I'm doing a live stream.
By the way, it's pronounced Harbinger.
Harbinger.
Don't worry about it. I had a hard time pronouncing it. Cross gave me that name.
Nah, that's why you shouldn't listen to Cross.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, man, so what's up?
Nothing much. Just schoolwork, all that happy crap, you know?
Yeah, schoolwork. I don't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Kids and people in school have it too easy.
Exactly, I guess. I don't know.
So what questions you got, man?
Are there any, is there a lot, let me think here, what are you planning for your channel, and what, projects do you think you'll be looking forward to doing?
Okay, like I said earlier when I was talking to, it was Master TP10, I'm planning on bringing back in, I'm going to do my anime reviews for the Arkansas Anime Festival channel still. I'm going to start bringing those back up, starting off with the Code Geass review. Then I'm going to get back into doing my retrospective for the Final Fantasy series, which will kind of bring me into doing game reviews here and there. Which I've got my script written for Final Fantasy 4/2, depending if you're in America or Japan. I've got that script ready to do it. And then... Sorry, I've had a dry throat and a sore throat the past few days.
Oh, it's okay.
But, if people want me to continue doing them, I've got some Let's Plays planned, which I'm going to finish the Pony Fantasy 6 Let's Play, despite how stupid that is. I am going to finish that one, because I made the determination I will finish that fucking game, and when I say it, I do it. But if people still want me to do Let's Plays here and there, I'll do some more of those as well.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So.
And, yeah, another thing, they don't need ponies on everything. I'm just saying.
No, they don't. And you can ask Romors. He was there when I started the whole Pony Fantasy 6 thing. It was a whole joke when I found it. It was a whole... I pissed off a lot of people with the My Little Ponymon Let's Play because they got pissed at people raping Pokemon. So I just wanted to see how many people got pissed off at Final Fantasy 6 getting ponyized. And sadly, not as many people got pissed.
Yeah, it's like, as soon as you see someone ponifying Pikachu, you're gonna see at least one Pokemon fan going like, how dare you do this to Pokemon and shit. I don't know.
Hey, they need to watch it because Twilight Sparkle was OP in Ponymon.
Oh, yeah.
So what other questions you got, man?
What are some of the best movies that you've seen in 2012?
2012, some of the best movies. And these might be very stereotypical, but of course I've got to go with things like The Avengers. I've got to go with things like Dark Knight Rises. I believe, what was it, Jumper? Or was it, what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jumper. The time travel one. Was that Chris Cole?
I'm trying to think of it. Like, I honestly don't remember much.
Looper! Thank you, Firebird! Looper! Thank you! God damn it, yes, Looper! That movie was fucking great. Let's see, didn't the first... Ah, shit, what was it? God, why can I not remember the names of movies I saw last year? Fuck. Hunger Games. Hunger Games was good.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I'm looking forward to seeing the next one.
Yeah.
So, there was quite a few that I saw. Sadly, I never got to watch Wreck-It Ralph.
I saw that movie. Whenever it comes out on DVD, I'd recommend getting it if you're a video game fan and shit. I don't know.
Oh, God, yes. As much as people have been talking about it, how much they like it, especially people like Salieri, as much as he talked about Wreck-It Ralph after he saw it, I've got to see that movie.
Yeah, I remember Flip talking about it a few times.
Well, I know Asa talked about it with me on Skype after he watched it, and I got to watch that movie. People will like it because the Sonic fags. Oh my God, Youngblood Fantasies in my live stream. I got a Hobbs in my live stream. I'm popular.
Yeah, you don't mess with Sonic, okay?
So, what other questions you got?
I'm trying to think of what was the first video game console that you've ever owned?
First video game console I ever had was an Atari 2600.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm an old school gamer to the core. I've been around since the Atari 2600 gaming.
I've heard of that system.
Playing things like Pitfall and Hide and Go Sneak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing games since the Atari 2600, although the regular Nintendo, the NES, I have more memories of playing it than I do the Atari 2600, although Super Nintendo, in my opinion, greatest fucking console ever made.
Yeah. Also, sorry if you hear that background noise, that's my, washing machine? Yeah.
No, it's alright, it's alright. I wasn't able to actually get this to stream Skype into the actual live stream, so I'm doing this extremely ghetto. Everyone who's hearing people talk to me on Skype, that's because I've got them coming out of the speakers on my laptop, which is being picked up by the the headset that I'm wearing, because this shit is ghetto.
Yeah.
Magikarp would beat the ass out of a tree. But
yeah.
So I think I got time for one more question from you, man, before I got to pull someone else in.
Alright, that sounds fair enough. Besides, I can't think of too many of these. Trying to think. God. What? God, what are five video games that you're looking forward to this year?
Oh, shit. 5 games I'm looking forward to this year. I'm going to have to say they are let's see, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, or whatever the fuck they've got the surname for it, the new Metal Gear Rising, starring Raiden, because they made Raiden kick ass in Metal Gear Solid 4. I have no worries saying that, because they did. I'm looking forward to seeing what Pokemon X and Y are like, so I guess I can count that as 2 games, because I'm being cheap here. And, shit, what other games are coming out this year? I don't even hardly know. I haven't been keeping up with what games are being released. Fuck. Those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, don't worry about it. You can I'll let you off right there, since I'm nice like that.
Okay. Alright, man. But thanks for calling in. Thanks for doing the questions, but I gotta bring someone else in.
Alright, sounds fair.
Because I've had other people waiting.
Yeah, later.
Alright, talk to you later, man.
Later.
Alrighty. The next person that contacted me up, I believe, was going to be, it's actually Kristen. Kristen! Phoenix Angel Girl!
Yay!
What's going up, darling? Or what's going up? What the fuck kind of English is that?
What's going up?
Hot air is going up.
What's going down? Oh yeah, Mephiston, this is totally not a sausage fest anymore. So, what you got there, Kristen? Oh, fucking shit, she derped! Welcome to Kristen on Skype, everyone! Oh, God, yes. That is totally talking to her on Skype. That is totally talking to her. Derping like a mofo. Let me see if I get her back in.
Okay. I don't know what the hell happened.
That is you on Skype. That is...
The derpy one.
Kristen, that is you in a nutshell when it comes to Skype half the time.
Really? Oh my god.
Oh, we love you, Kristen, and you know it. No, the Roll 63 TOG is Slap Happy Gamer. That's been already established. Sonic was asking about Roll 63 me. That's Slappy.
Okay. Better start asking the questions.
Yes. What's going on? What you got?
Okay, number one. What did you think about the episode? This is really weird because it's like I keep hearing echoes versus my voice, and then it's the live stream.
I know.
It's so
That's why I
weird.
have live stream muted so I don't hear myself.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What was your opinion on the episode of My Little Pony? Keep Calm, Flutter On.
Which one?
The one, Keep Calm and Flutter On. The one with just that Discord came back on.
Oh, with John Delancey. God, the voice of the Q from Star Trek. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If anything got me to actually like My Little Pony, it was the sole fact that they got John Delancey to voice a character.
And he is actually really awesome. It's like I did not see Star Trek, but it's like when I first saw Chaos and not Chaos, Discord. Oh my god, my names are Discord, and I heard his voice. It was like, oh my god, yes, yes. And then he came back, and I'm happy.
I actually thought the episode was pretty good, but yeah, when I first heard John Delancey on there, when during that season premiere, I was gonna go, I know that voice. I know that voice. Holy shit, is that Q? And I contacted my friend Cody. I'm like, the reason they put this character in here was to get the fucking Star Trek nuts to like the show.
So what did you think about this episode, this week's episode? Or did you see it?
The newest one with Discord?
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a pretty decent episode. I actually thought it was pretty good.
Because I know people were complaining, oh, it's too quick, it's too quick. I can kind of agree with it. For the most part, I was going, oh. It's the cute. It is the cutest episode ever. It's now officially my favorite episode ever, because it's so cute.
Yes, I will have to admit, and everyone can be, oh my god, he's a brony, and I don't give a shit. That, yes, it was a very cute episode. It was, and it was enjoyable because it had John Delancey being, well, John Delancey.
Yes.
What other questions you got?
Okay, the other one. You said you didn't really have any anime or whatnot that you wanted to go into besides I guess the BBC thing. Have you looked at Monica Magica yet?
No, I haven't. What Monica Magica? I don't think
it's it has two names to it. It's Moa Magi Maho Shoujo Monica Magica or Maho Shoujo Monica Magica. Either way, same title.
Skype me the name of that one. Because there's no way in hell that my weeaboo American mind can spell that shit.
Maho Shoujo Monica Magica before.
Oh God,
Strange
that's
Way
fun.
Not to Blow Magic, I think, is actually Italian, I think, or something like that.
Maho Shoujo Madoka Magica. I would check it out. I don't mind checking out new anime series.
And then, oh boy, this is gonna be weird, but I have a ton of stuff that everyone could do like the Let's Pap on.
Kristen, are you keeping up with the Let's Fap series?
A little bit.
You perv.
Right, girls can be pervs too.
Oh, I know, and I know you well enough to know that that's just normal for you. Oh God, it's another magical girl anime, isn't it?
Yes, but this is different from the other ones. The only thing I will say is third episode, and then all goes to hell.
Okay.
And it's glorious for it.
Oh, I don't mind magical girl animes. I've watched them before. Really, I have. Magic Knight Rayearth, I have the entire manga series. So.
I had not actually seen Rayearth. I only saw like a couple episodes at Otakon. Speaking of Otakon, guess who's gonna be there?
Vic Mignogna! Hit me.
Yeah, Vic McDurperderp.
Vic McFucking I hate that guy.
Yeah, it was like, at first, I know it's, for me, I'm not as hateful towards him. It's like, but right now, it's just mostly my opinion on him. It's just, I'm so tired of him. It's like, my God, I'm so tired of you. Just go away, hide under a rock somewhere, and give other people a chance.
Honestly, he's not even that good of a voice actor. He's really not.
It was like, I liked a couple of the parts he was in. Although one of them was because he dies.
But he really isn't that good of a voice actor.
Yeah,
all of his characters sound like Ed Elric.
Yeah.
They all sound the same.
The bad thing will be I'll also miss Crispin Freeman when I don't go to Otakon this year because it's getting too fucking expensive. But I'm gonna see him anyways because I'm going to Godscon.
Yeah. I've been trying to convince our committee chair. I've been trying to convince our committee chair to get people like Crispin Freeman and some more of the bigger names, but she refuses to do it.
And Greg Ayers and his brother.
Hey, we've had Chris Ayers. Chris Ayers is fucking awesome. I love that guy. He is great.
I have not seen the two, so I'm really happy about him. Okay.
Oh, you're going to see him at a convention for the first time?
Yeah, like both of the Ayers.
Ask Chris. And now, he will talk to pretty much anyone at the convention. He'll randomly find people and talk to them. But ask him about the time where he had a discussion with a bunch of other guests at the convention about how much they charge for autographs. Ask him to tell you that story, because that story right there alone is what made me say that this is an awesome guy. That story alone. I won't tell you the story myself, but ask him for it, because it is a great story.
Okay, the next question was gonna be like, when you get to Final Fantasy IX, like, what's your opinion on Final Fantasy IX? I mean, I got into the game, and I'm going like, I love this game so much.
I actually enjoy Final Fantasy IX. I thought it brought back a lot of the old school elements to Final Fantasy. I really did.
And also, will you do tactics?
Yes, I will be talking about tactics.
Like not just like the Game Boy game, but it's like but just the PS1 game, and then they made a remake in PS2.
Yeah.
I mean, on the not PS2, on PSP.
When I get to tactics, what I intend to do is talk about mostly the PlayStation 1 version, and then I'll also talk about the remake and then the sequels. I'll talk about those all in one episode. I'll talk about all of those in one episode, just the entire Tactics series, because it's its own sub-series within the Final Fantasy series, so I'll cover that all in one episode when I get to it.
Okay. Oh my god, I remember the PS1 game, and it's awful, awful grammar, especially towards Chapter 4. Defeat Dicey Dark's brother.
Oh god, it did have horrible grammar. It did not have the best translation of a PlayStation game, but still, I love Final Fantasy Tactics to death. I still play that one today. I still play that shit. Though I've been playing through Final Fantasy VIII again lately. And let all the Final Fantasy VIII haters hate me for it. I'll get to my thoughts on that one in the retrospective. So, I think you got one more question before I bring someone else in?
What's your plans for, do you got any plans for another commentary? Like who it's going to be about, or what it's going to be about?
Not right now, I don't. I don't have plans for a new commentary yet. I hadn't even been looking for commentary material. I really don't have anything yet. Sorry!
Hobbs is bugging in the chat.
Do what?
And Hobbs is ugging in the chat.
Hobbs, calm down, buddy. Calm down. I'll get you in this call so you can bitch about Suit Up in a minute. So, alright, Kristen, I'm going to get someone else in here real quick. I'll get someone else in here real quick. So, I'll talk to you later, Kristen.
Love you.
Later, bye-bye. And next I'll be adding someone who thinks that I hate him, even though technically I don't hate him that much. And I'm being indiscriminate here. I'm not discriminating against people. Hodge, how you doing, man? Hodge, are you there?
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. I'm muted.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just looking across this through oh, yes, my thing.
Hobbs is freaking out, going, no! So, what you got, Hodge?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, I'm enjoying the fact that everybody's going, really?
Like I said, I'm not being I'm not discriminating here. I'm just adding people to the call. If they want to ask questions, I don't give a shit. And so, buddy, I pulled up that link. I'll watch it in a minute. So, what you got, man? A couple of questions, because, yeah, I'm really running short on time here. You there? Hodge.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. My sister walked in, making too much noise and shit. So, I'm not sure if this was asked before, but, what are your thoughts on The Hobbit? Have you seen that movie yet?
Not yet. I want to, but I haven't seen it yet, because The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, by far one of my favorite fantasy book series to ever be made.
Okay. I've always seen that movie. I saw that movie like it was, I definitely say this right now, I mean, maybe I sound like a fucking fan thought about this, but you know what, fuck you, Lazarus, I'm staying in your house. I definitely have to say that, personally, if I were to recommend a prequel, it would definitely have to be The Hobbit, probably just because I liked how they kind of kept the story, and I liked how they have a bit of how they, had that cliffhanger and all that good stuff with the, I can't speak, the idea that they had with the same thing as the first one, where, the whole long-ass fucking book, they split into 3 parts. I like how they kind of stuck to that same formula in this sense, because it just kind of made more sense to me.
Yeah.
And fucking Gollum, man. I can never get over. Wait, fucking that shit.
Yeah. Well, I understood them separating it into multiple movies because there's a lot to The Hobbit that they needed to separate it.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. And I know there was like a bunch of people that probably asked this already. I like how everybody's like, young blood, I want him, blah, blah, blah. But, let me see what this is. The fuck? Man, I am fucking retarded. Thank you, House, for pointing that out. I can't speak. Science forever. Oh yeah,
Alright, TOG, and yeah, I've been asked that one in every Q&A I've ever done, but TOG came from a long time ago when I first made a YouTube channel. It was TOG Review. Well, the second time I made a YouTube channel was TOG Reviews. And TOG pretty much stood for that one guy. And I went with that one guy because at the time I was making reviews in the style of, because I'm a fucking ripoff, Nostalgia Critic and all the other fucking reviewers out there. And I didn't have a good name for a character, so I went with that one guy.
Sounds like myself or something. Yeah, that's probably because of the pattern I have on my mic right now. Let me change that. There we go. Not just constantly. Okay.
Hobbs!
Hey, I refuse to fix the audio because that's too, but I love you too. I fucking love you too. Fixing stuff is very much done.
Oh! By the way, Hodge, I saw you sent me another video. You sent me like 2 or 3 more videos, you know that, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Sorry, man. I swear to God, I actually legitimately did not fucking mean to do that, but yeah.
So, alright, one more question, man. One more question.
Okay, one more question. How many fucking, how many people, in terms of people, because I remember you hearing that you, judged, shit at a convention or whatever, have you ever told any, Full Metal Alchemist fangirls your actual thoughts on the actual their reactions?
On FMA, yeah, I've told Full Metal Alchemist fangirls about it, and one of my best friends at conventions, she's an FMA fangirl, and I've told her to her face that it sucks.
I don't know. I was honestly wishing for one of those stories where they discover you motherfucker, that type of thing.
Strangely enough, I don't get that many reactions like that at the conventions I've gone to. Strangely and sadly. So, but all right, man. I'm gonna have to get someone else in here because we're running down on time. So.
Oh yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, it's all good, man.
So. All right. See ya.
See ya.
All right. Okay. Next, I will bring in. Let's see. Too Cold Joe 87 will be the next person I bring in. And let me see here. No, that's not right. And then I'll probably end up bringing Mr. Hobbsy in as well after Too Cold Joe. So, and with the amount of time we got left, because I had this scheduled until 7, and we had a lot of technical difficulties getting this going. A whole lot of fucking technical difficulties getting this up and going. So, what's going on, Joe? How you doing, man? You there?
I'm doing good.
Walmart microphones. What's going on?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got off of work not too long ago.
Okay.
I almost forgot this was live.
Well, I got enough time for a couple of questions before I need to try to bring in at least 1 or 2 more people after that.
Okay, that's fine. By the way, have you ever seen the movie called Brazil? Ever heard of it?
Brazil? Did you say the movie Brazil? Oh, shit. Hobbs? Or not Hobbs, but Joe? You there? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, did you say the movie Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a classic. Brazil is a classic
It's
movie.
like one of my favorites. I think it's like the same guy who directed Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, another one of my favorite too.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a fantastic, very mind-trippy movie. I do enjoy that one.
Yeah, I know one of my friends loves that movie too. My brother-in-law loves it.
Although for mind-trippy movies, one one that I still love to this day is, and I don't know if you could call it as much of a mind trip, but it's A Clockwork Orange.
I love A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange is a fantastic fucking movie. If anyone in this live stream has not seen A Clockwork Orange and you're over the age of 18, most definitely. If you're not, don't let your parents let you watch it, because it is one of Stanley Kubrick's best movies. You need to watch A Clockwork Orange. It is a fantastically made movie. It is awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah, I remember I actually took one of my friends to my house, and we both watched it. He just absolutely loved it to death.
Oh yeah, that movie is a movie that'll just draw you in hardcore.
Yeah, I already know. I think I was the first person to use Alex from A Clockwork Orange as an avatar in my commentaries.
Well, Alex is a pretty freaking awesome character. He really is. Just the range and the depth that Stanley Kubrick wrote him, and the way he wrote his character is just fucking awesome. And Joe's internet connection is doing... Oh, there he is. And he's back. And he's gone! Wow. Okay, Joe, you derped from the Skype. Oh, give him the D. He derped. So, sorry, man. With the time I've got left, I'm going to have to pull in some other people in enough time. Let me try. I know that he wanted in. If nothing else, he wants his revenge on me. If he answers. If he answers. If not, I've got 2 more people waiting in line.
Why, hello there.
Hello, Hobbs! I figured I needed to balance it out. I already had Hodge, now I need to get Hobbs. So
Oh, good. Yeah, you better make up for that mistake there. What was that? What was that about?
we all bow to the power of Hobbs. Do you have Jesus in your soul?
Is that a trick question?
Do you, an atheist, have Jesus in your heart?
Well, you see, I believe in this thing called, Fanta Jesus. You ever heard of it? It's a giant soda can that created the universe.
Fanta Jesus.
Fanta Jesus is the new thing these days, because, you know, any creator who created this universe had to have created us in its lovely image of Fanta.
So, I saw you were bitching about Suit Up again, and God, will this guy ever die down?
No, because let me tell you something. When I first found this guy in the related searches, right, I knew he was going to be a defensive Christian, because he made videos every day. Like, he released videos on a daily basis, he still does. And I saw his biblical geocentrism video. It's lacking in reason, lacking in logic, and he's assuming that Coriolis forces, gravitational forces, and magnetic forces don't function on this planet. Because he's saying, oh, well, if you drop something, it has to move to the right, you know what I mean? And he doesn't understand basic physics. And when people call him out, he then gets really pissed off, gets angry, and removes videos. He made like 6 videos on the commentary community, and then removed all of them.
Yep, and threatened to flag every last one of us.
Yeah, except Scarlet, because, you know, Scarlet's an exception. She's a female. Obviously, she gets higher, you know, priority.
That's because Scarlet treated him with respect.
Respect in relation to what? Because I'm pretty sure other people did the same thing.
In relation to me and Infamously Awesome, who he was comparing everyone to.
Oh my good God. And then he was praying for all of us, like, TOGProfessor, I pray for you. And I pray for my Bible and for my 10-year-old kid who I'm going to prank with ice. Like, oh my God, what the hell was that about?
Oh God, it definitely was interesting, the whole Suit Up ordeal. And it's all your fault for sending Infamously Awesome a video.
I should have said nothing. I should have said absolutely nothing when he asked me, what are you doing in your next video? I should have said absolutely damn nothing, because I thought it was just going to be one of those things where if someone makes a video and then he just ignores it. No, this turned into like the biggest thing in 2013.
No, because he immediately started coming back. Oh my God!
Oh my God, I'm going to flag down your videos. I can't take criticism. I'm a religious extremist.
First he started praying for us, and then other people jumped on the bandwagon, and oh my God, Yes, thank you, Akrolov. He decided to start flagging people down.
Right.
Even though
It's so reactionary. It really is reactionary.
I have yet to lose my video, so I don't know if he ever flagged me or not.
Honestly, I hope he didn't, because I'm about to make a video on him too. I'm actually working on his Biblical Geocentrism Part 2 video, which he conveniently removed. And once I upload that, I hope that, he prays for me too. I hope he makes a video on me.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, that's good. Pray for the atheist. To get Jesus in his heart.
I'm just gonna say, oh, he's a black man with a black soul because he doesn't believe in that Jesus Christ.
I've already told people to pray for you once, and that didn't work. But at that time, you had cancer.
No, we're not bringing that. Oh, Christ. Christ. I swear to God, dude. No. One huge no. One huge resounding no.
Alright, man, you got a question real quick? Because if you don't, I'm gonna pull in someone else.
Okay, I need to think of a very creative question. Okay, what is your video schedule like for the rest of 2013?
Oh god, the videos... Have people not been watching?
Well, I mean, as of now, like, what are you planning in the future? Like, are you doing, like, something different, like how I'm doing when I'm doing music reviews, or...
Well, I'm
you
gonna...
doing, like, same old stuff we saw in 2012?
Probably same old stuff. I really don't have anything new planned. I'm going to continue going back to the whole Final Fantasy retrospective, which you don't give two shits about because you're not a gamer.
I can pretend to care.
And back to anime reviews because people really want me to get back into doing that.
Yeah,
And then,
that's cool.
and then maybe some Let's Playing, and then fucking, of course, go with the rants and commentaries until I get bored of doing those.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, just in the face, staying gold, etc., etc.
And I'm going to make sure to label every rant I do, whether it's scripted or unscripted, just to piss off Giggs and Sean.
Yes, you have to make it in, like, caps, italicized, bold, underlined. You gotta do all that stuff.
I'm going to start putting that at the beginning of every video I ever make, scripted or unscripted, just so they know.
A TOG scripted commentary. and then what you need to do is that you have to upload, like, the original, like, Word document on Google Docs and just provide a link in the description. Like, here's the scripted aspects of it. I'd like you to peruse what I wrote down in the script.
So people can see my horrible scripting.
Yes, exactly.
Because, dude, my scripts are horrible every time.
Your scripts are... Oh, come on, I don't think they're that bad.
Oh, you should read them.
Dude, I've seen worse. I've seen four-wheeler scripts.
Oh,
And
God.
I've seen darkness scripts, okay?
Four-wheeler. Oh, shit. His scripts
Hey,
are...
I actually have another question then. Have you looked in the mirror lightly? That's one of four-wheeler's major grammatical and spelling errors. It's spelled lately as lightly.
Well, I have looked in the mirror lately, and I have looked at it lightly, because I have been on a diet losing weight.
Good.
That's a different story. So...
It's real life shit.
But all right, man, I'm gonna pull in. Let's see, I've got Mr. Flames, Aves, and then also Ron Earnhardt that I want to try to pull in before I end this off.
All right, man. Nice talking to you.
So I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, you got it. See you later.
Bye. All right, pulling in some more real quick. Firebird, Firebird, answer your Skypies. Firebird. Hopefully you're still there.
What?
You're the one who contacted me, you idiot.
I am.
Yes, you are.
I don't care.
What, did you not want in on this fun time?
Not really. Well, okay, I was making fun of you.
Oh, by the way, you misspelled your.
I don't care. That was the point. That was the point. You've missed the point.
Well, if you don't have any questions, and if you don't want to be in here, I can pull in two others.
Shut up.
Shut your mouth!
I have questions, and you answer them to the fullest of your abilities.
Damn it, Firebird! Okay.
Okay, one. Do you like Dragon Age Origins?
Dragon Age Origins! I like Dragon Age Origins. It's a good Origins.
No, but no seriousness.
Yeah, actually I do like Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins.
Good.
Fucking!
I love that game, and you are now my best friend in the world.
Yay! Internet Skype hug. I'll hook the computer if that helps.
Okay, another question. When will you finish your Final Fantasy franchise?
God damn it! I've talked about this like 4 times.
Yeah, but when it's done.
When it's gonna be done, it'll be done when it's done.
So never. Okay.
At this rate, you're right. It won't ever be done. I have other people who want to join me for it. They want to help me with it. So I've got to get it working because other people want to help me with it.
Well, they're all losers and they don't deserve to work with you. Oh God, my control.
Clap your hands if you believe in TOG.
Alright, what else? Okay, question. Castlevania 2, when are we going to tackle that beast?
Oh God, Castlevania 2. It depends. Are you gonna cheat the entire time again? Well, dude, we can tackle that whenever you're. We can tackle that whenever you're ready.
Alright.
You just gotta let me know when you want to start recording audio for it.
Alright, 2 more questions. One, what do you think of Yuri Lowenthal?
Yuri Lowenthal?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I just forget who Yuri Lowenthal is?
He's the guy that you hear in your mind every time you play, watch an anime or play a video game.
Oh!
That's him.
Oh, that guy who's in everything.
Yes, he sounds like this.
I've never met him in real life, so I can just go by his voice acting. He's not that bad. He's alright.
He kind of reminds me of Dick Mignogna. He sounds exactly the same in every single role I ever hear him in.
He does, to an extent, but he's still got more range than Vic Mignogna does.
No, but, okay, my other question is, what did you think of him replacing Robert Belgrade in Symphony of the Night?
I like the original Symphony of the Night voice cast.
Robert Belgrade owns that shit.
I do. I like the original voice cast. Yes, the voice work wasn't the best in the original Symphony of the Night. Yes, it was corny, but that was part of what made that game awesome.
Robert Belgrade made my dick wet.
He makes my dick wet. Oh, my hard.
This guy Belgrade was just so beautiful.
It's like, but that's part of what made that game great. It's like the first 2 Resident Evils.
Well, I have a few more questions because I've not done it. What do you think of Eternal Sonata?
Eternal Sonata. Have not played it.
Okay, well, it's about Frederick Chopin.
Oh, what was that?
It's about Frederick Chopin in the 1800s because he's trying to test that.
Oh, interesting.
And all the characters are based around music, and it's actually kind of fun. Only thing is, it's not really focused. It focuses more on other side characters than Frederick Chopin himself, which was kind of the whole point of the game.
Yeah, I remember the game now. One of my buddy Cody had it, and he was going to let me borrow it, but then he was a dick and sold it before I got a chance to play it.
Well, the thing about Eternal Sonata is, it actually did a few things that I really liked out of JRPGs I wish we'd go back to. Like, there's this really cool scene where you actually fight and you lose. I like that. Because I'm sick of winning. But, like, it also had, like, the system, it limited how many times, how much you could move in one turn, so I really like that. And it also limited how good your moves could be, I think. Like, it's been years since I played the game, but I loved it.
Well, I wanted to play Eternal Sonata, I just never got a chance to do it.
Okay, just be careful. It bases itself on 2 stupid characters, and the actual main character is based on a real life person.
That's fine, I don't mind it.
Yes.
As long as it's still got a good storyline, which is important to an RPG, I don't mind who it's based on.
I'm gonna try to pick even more. Which one do you prefer, Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas?
Which one do I prefer?
Yes.
Fallout 3.
Damn right.
Damn straight, son! Fallout 3 was better than New Vegas.
Because here's the thing I've heard people say about Fallout New Vegas that makes it better than 3. It's got better companions, it's got better side quests, it's got better overall lore. And I'm like, well, Fallout 3 also has some great atmosphere. It really portrays the wasteland environment much better than I think it did the Mojave Desert did. So I just think overall 3 is much better in terms of what it was trying to achieve. It was trying to be like a horror hybrid, trying to be an RPG hybrid and a first-person shooter hybrid. It did all pretty good.
Yeah, and it also had less glitches on the PlayStation 3 than New Vegas did.
Admittedly, the side quests, well, not side quests, the side professional, and none of them really worth talking about, except maybe Moira. I think everyone loves Moira.
Everyone loves that woman.
I love Moira, don't you?
Moira's awesome.
Yes. And it just did a much better job of capturing my attention. It wasn't Fallout New Vegas where I'm shot, and now I'm suddenly gonna have to go after this guy I don't even know. In Fallout 3, I have a clear mission, and I know what to do. It has Liam Neeson in it, so it immediately puts it on every awesome list ever.
It does have Liam Neeson, and that does add extra cool points.
Yes, and I think as far as questions, I think that's about all I have to say.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to get a few more people in. I'm already going over my time limit, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to get a few more people in before I end it, so...
I call the ambulance?
No! I'll call it myself, damn it. Wah.
Okay.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, Firebird.
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye. Alright. Let me see. The next person who wanted in. And this will be interesting. Ron Earnhardt 3. RJ!
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Someone who used to hate my guts and now does not mind me.
Not really.
What's going on, man? You there? RJ. Oh shit. RJ, did you... Oh, RJ! 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 Alright. I'll try adding RJ back when he gets back on Skype. He derped off a little bit, so let's get Leedy in here. We'll get Leedy in, and then we'll try to get RJ back after he gets back on Skype. So, he lost connection on Skype. That sucks, man. Sorry. Leedy! Leedy! I'll give you just a second. The derp is verbatim.
Sorry about that.
What are you doing stepping away from Skype? You don't leave Skype!
I can live stream. I'm just going to close the tab.
What's going on, man?
Okay. I came in the live stream late because I had classes.
So what's going on? What you got?
I guess Hobbs already took on the answer to that. And I guess I'm not really much involved with the commentaries anymore, so I can't really ask too much about that.
Dude, ask questions about whatever the hell. This is a live Q&A. You can ask whatever you want.
But I guess since I'm still kind of hyped up for it, any more in-depth thoughts about Pokemon X and Y?
Oh, any more in-depth thoughts? From what little bit I've heard, I really do look forward to it. From what little bit I have heard.
I'm such a Pokemon bag.
Like, the ability, if I heard this correctly, the ability to create your character. To customize the looks of the character in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
That, if nothing else, I don't care if they don't change anything else in the fucking game, but that right there, I'll be like, yes. That's all I need. I don't care if they change anything else, just let me customize my character.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, definitely.
How about your starter and the legendary Pokemon? Which one would you actually like?
Starter, I'm gonna have to probably go with Fennekin.
Okay.
I will go with Fennekin when I get it. And the legendary, I'll probably go after the dragon flying type. Because I believe that's what one of the legendaries is. They got, I don't remember what the two types are for both of them, but one of them is dragon. I know that much.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't remember his fucking name. Maybe I should... Oh, wait.
I forget names as well. I just call it X and Y.
I can find that out real quick. If you got another question, I'll look this up while you're...
Sure. Do you think of expanding your videos any further? Like, I know you're going to reviews, I think, Let's Plays and all that.
Yeah.
How about any lists you actually wanted, list subjects you want to do?
I have had... I've done a couple of top 10s over throughout time of doing videos and stuff, I had one that I thought about doing that a long time ago people asked me to do, because I did on TOG Reviews, there was a joke list called the Top 10 Video Game Badasses. It was a joke list.
Yeah, I know.
And people wanted me to do a top 10 video game pussies. So I'm thinking I might just have to go ahead and make that top 10. I might have to do that.
That's a joke video, of course.
Yeah. Ah, there we are. There's the name of the legendaries. The new one, the one that looks like a stag, is Xerneas, or Xerneas, or however you're going to pronounce it. And the one that's the flying that looks like a dragon or a bird is going to be Yveltal, or something like that. So that's what they're called.
I'm probably going to go with Xerneas because I like coats things.
Hey, I like dragons. So you got any others? Because I have one more person who is already getting on to me because I haven't added her in even once. So.
I guess I can let you go. I need to kind of feed my dogs anyway.
Feed your dogs. It's animal cruelty if you ain't feeding them.
Exactly.
All right, lady. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I'll see you later.
All right. Bye, man. All righty. Next up, and Reinhardt, dude, RJ, let me know when you're back on Skype, and I'll add you in after this if you're back on. We're at it. Oh, he's back on. No problem, man. Hey, no problem. Skype derps on a regular occasion.
Okay.
Scarlett's my e-daughter. For anyone who doesn't know, Scarlett has adopted me as her e-dad, as it were. And she's made Danny her e-mom, which means me and Danny totally did the e-dirty.
It was worth it. Oh, God. So, what's up, daddies?
So what's up?
It's been interesting the past 2 weeks. Really has. You know? With all that suit up and everything, and it's nice to at least go back and mess with Dammy every once in a while.
You've gotten into the whole messing with Dammy. You like Taito Ture for that.
Of course. So anyway, my question is, have you played Civilization?
Which one?
4 or 5, either one.
Civ 4, yes. Civ 5, no.
Okay, in answer to that question, do you have Steam, and will you be willing to play Civilization 4 with me? Because I got no one to play with.
I do not have Steam, but if I can get the money for it, more than likely, because I do like the Civ games. I'll have to see if I can see if I can get the money to get that on Steam. But yeah, if I get it, yeah, I'll play you on Civ. I'll kick your ass on Civ.
Oh, really? You don't know how good your daughter might be at it.
Well, you are my daughter. You know? Don't be a negligent father. If I don't play Civ with you, I'm negligent.
Oh, well, you know.
That's child abandonment.
My samurais and just take away all your towns and make the huge empire of Japan like one country and then...
It's okay, because you're the only person on the internet that's respected by Suit Up.
Not necessarily. I've actually been getting some very interesting comments recently. Jen and I have agreed to do a dramatic reading on that, so, yeah. We're going to be recording that sometime soon. He is not going to flag me, thankfully, but...
Better not.
I post up the dramatic reading of those comments,
Well,
as well as probably some other comments that I plan on screen capping, then he might consider it.
Well, before you do a dramatic reading, you need to get out a Q&A.
Remind me. I am well aware.
Well,
The problem is with the computers, they always just seem to derp at the most inconvenient of times. And it does not make making videos easy.
no, it doesn't. My computers have derped all the time on me. I
Yeah,
don't
but
need
my computer died.
it.
So I have to borrow my mom's computer, which I have to share with my brothers because his died too.
Well, I've had 2 laptops die on me since I started making videos and shit. But, real quick, before I let you go, and
Okay.
Scarlett, Sean loves you, but
I'm aware.
I will allow Sean to love you. Before I let you go, I'm going to make this family reunion complete.
Oh yeah?
I will make this family reunion complete. There you are. And she better answer her damn Skype.
Yes! Yes, I'm here!
Daddy!
Mommy, I just have one question for you. Will I have champagne nipples like you one day? Very possible. Runs in the family. You know, I guess you'll just have to wait until, wait and see.
And that
Okay, cool.
isn't it great that a sexual deviant and a pervert, aka me and Danny, and she's the sexual deviant, I'm the pervert, make something that's almost halfway normal.
I wouldn't go too far to say that, but okay.
Alright, well, I just wanted to make this family reunion complete on my first live stream. So, so I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to try to get RJ in one more time and let RJ ask his questions before I end this off.
Alright, you better answer.
Alright, I'll talk to you two lovely ladies later.
Alright.
Alright, bye. Alright, let's try this one more time, RJ. Alright, RJ, you there this time, man?
Oh yeah, Skype fucks up on me quite a bit.
Skype does that. You're not the first person to derp tonight, so...
Alright, my first question is, ever hear of Hot Wheels Acceleracers?
Negatory.
Aired on Toonami back in 2005?
Never saw it.
Oh. Damn. It actually has one certain actor that was in MLP.
The what?
It actually had Andrew Francis in that.
Ah. No, I've never seen that one. I have never seen that at all.
Alright, my second question. Remember a certain user named RetroVGN?
Retro... No, I've never watched the Retro Video Game Nerd.
Unfortunately, he brought up an old incident that happened nearly 2 years ago when said Rainbow 21 commentated on him, and he's never gotten over it.
Oh, really? Oh, Retro VGN. I know who that is now, yeah.
And I just... this happened last week, dude, and it kind of pissed me off at the time.
Rambo Tweety, what are you doing, man?
This was actually back in when I was kind of a fucktard back in 2011.
Yeah, people don't let things go very often. They really fucking don't. I know quite a few people who have held a grudge against me since I started doing commentaries. Like people like Jay Frieden, who still don't like me.
Alright, let's see, I'm trying to think, besides NASCAR or anything else, what motorsports are you actually into?
I'm really not that into any motorsports, really. I don't really get into NASCAR. I don't get into any of it. I got into NASCAR for a while because I had a girlfriend who was into NASCAR.
Oh.
And, well, as long as I cheered for her person, I could get the good stuff. But... so, I really don't get into many any of those sports. Really, I don't.
Alright, let's see. I think the next question I have, out of any cartoon that appeared in the early to mid 2000s, what do you think is the most annoying?
I don't know. When did SpongeBob come out again?
1999.
Close enough. I'm counting it. I'm going with SpongeBob. I despise SpongeBob. I really do.
Don't forget to mention the annoying orange.
Did they actually make that TV show? Because I can't stand it on the YouTubes. I never even watched The Annoying Orange.
Actually, it is on Cartoon Network, unfortunately, and Toby Turner's in it.
Oh, of course. Of course it is. Here.
Because we just had to make a TV show out of The Annoying Orange. It wasn't bad enough as it was.
Trust me. Couldn't they just make a TV show out of something else?
Well, they could have made TV shows out of anything, but no, Annoying Orange has enough fans on the internet because people were idiots and like that shit that they'll watch it on TV. It's like Fred having his own TV show, but that's a different story in and of itself, too. So,
Alright, let's get on some good shows. What's your opinion on both Top Gear and Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, I enjoy the crap out of. I enjoy Doctor Who greatly. Top Gear, I've never watched.
Well, they're both owned by the BBC.
Yeah, they're both done by the BBC, I know that, but I've never watched Top Gear, but I have watched every episode of the original Doctor Who that you can find, because there are literally episodes that are missing and will never be seen again. But I've seen the originals and I've seen the new stuff, and I enjoy Doctor Who to death. I love that shit. I love that series.
I've never really seen the classics, but I do appreciate what they're doing for the modern version.
Now, the modern version is still good. I think it's kind of interesting because Doctor Who originally came out as a educational series, if you can believe that. It was originally an educational series.
I actually saw that as special on BBC when it originally came out as a special for cavemen.
Yeah, they had that.
And until in the 4th episode, we got the Daleks.
Yep. So, you got any other questions? Because I'm about to have to end this one off, because I've gone already 20 minutes past what I intended. So, you got any other questions, man?
So, okay, out of any guest star that's appeared in Doctor who is your most favorite?
Guest star?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't even remember his name, but honestly, out of just people who've guest acted in it, to be a guest character who comes in throughout the series from time to time, it has to be, what's his name who played Captain Jack Harkness. I enjoyed him. He's actually a good he's actually a pretty fucking decent actor. He really is. And he did a great job as Captain Jack Harkness. He really did.
Oh, and don't forget to mention some of the Doctor Who stars have guest starred on Top Gear beyond the star on a reasonably priced car segment.
Like I said, I've never seen Top Gear, so I wouldn't know anything about that. So, but all right, man, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna bring Master TPT in. He wants to ask one thing real quick, and then I'm gonna end this off. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. All right, Master TP10, you said you had one thing. We'll make it quick. Well, somewhat quick. As quick as we can.
Okay, well, first off, I have to make this mention, Maleficent better than Stein. Secondly...
Fuck that shit!
Secondly, I forgot to ask this in the actual Q&A. Team Deathmatch.
Dude! How many times have you asked me this in the Q&A?
I only asked you once.
You only asked me once? People have asked me Team Deathmatch in every Q&A, and I always answer. I always answer with the clip from, what is it? Code Mint, the Code Geass Abridged series.
But a serious question. What do you think of abridging?
Abridging?
Yes.
Oh, overdone. There are good abridged series out there still, but for the most part, it's overdone. It's a lot like the reviewing community between movies and video games and everything else. There's way too many reviewers. 90% of them are shit, and you can just put that across as well to the abridging community.
Okay.
So, really not much to say past that on them.
Okay. One last question, though.
All right.
Why didn't you add Lazarus at all?
Lazarus? I thought I did add Laz.
No, you didn't.
Damn it, Lazarus.
Well, I'll end the call here, and maybe if you can talk to Lazarus after this, okay?
Alright, it'll have to be quick.
Okay, see ya.
Alright, Lazarus. If you're out there whining in the comments that I'm not watching very closely, you dick, let me find you. I know what you... Oh, yeah. You're called I am blacker than the most burnt toast. Oh. You get no refunds, but I would have no questions. Okay. You have no questions, but yet you want to be in here, so we'll make this quick. What's up, Lazarus?
Hey, and fuck you for that. I just wanted to say fuck all of you who make the jokes. I'm sick of it.
Blame Smugleaf. You know who to blame.
Well, Smugleaf, alright, can I explain the origin of this?
Alright, go ahead and explain the origin of the blackness.
I'll keep it short. He stole it from one of my friends, and he made it popular, and now everyone in the community is, dick riding the joke because they can't find original jokes there. I said it.
Oh, it's so like how we all dick ride Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. It's like me, but, in a bad way. It's more like rape. Instead of, it's like with Hobbs, they're making love, but with me, they're, raping me. That's fair.
Alright, man, you got anything else?
Yeah, I do.
What's up?
What do you think of Jafar?
Jafar?
Yeah, Jafar.
He sucks.
No, fuck you.
Jafar can suck my dick.
No. I'm not hearing it. I'm washing out my ears.
Oh, Laz, it's so much fun to mess with you.
Yeah, I hate you too.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Alright.
Hey, bye.
Jerk.
You're a jerk.
No, you.
Alright, everyone. Wow, good God. This has gone on for longer than I intended it to. Good Jesus Christ. The blackness is verbatim is being spammed in the comments section. Oh, God. So, first live stream. I enjoyed it at least. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sean, you can love me. I am more than willing to let you love me, Sean. Oh, I love you too, Scarlett. But I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I don't know. Everyone can love me. Whoever wants to love me can love me. But do you guys want me to do one of these again? Do you want me to do more live streams? More live streams. Because I can do them more often. I've got now on Wednesdays and Thursdays where I've got more time to actually do shit like this. Live streams and reviews and Let's Plays and shit. So, okay. I guess people do want me to do live streams, so I'll start scheduling these every now and then. We'll start doing live streams, whether it be counted as maybe a podcast style, I don't know. What the fuck should it be? Should it be podcast? Should it just be live stream? What the fuck? I don't know. We'll figure that out. And tell you what, Mephiston, I'll make Hobbs join me for live streams. How about that? And Hobbs, I would visit your live stream. Next time, use Google Hangout. I would have used Google Hangout. But, because I got strikes on my channel, I cannot live stream Google Hangout onto YouTube. So, for the time being, and because this actually worked quite well, live stream did, we might use live stream for a while. So, I'll start planning these out. We'll start holding live streams every now and then. Make them podcasts. Make them just whatever the fuck they are. So, I'll start doing these more often, because I had fun doing it. The podcast are for gays. Well, Firebird, you are the gays. So, yeah, we'll do those. You was in podcast one time. I was in a podcast one time, I know. So, alright guys, thanks for coming along. I had fun. I'm going to try to upload this to YouTube, so this whole 2.5 hour live stream, fuck, why do I keep calling it a podcast? This ain't a fucking podcast, god damn it, it's close enough. But, drink a beer. I might just do that afterwards, Sean. I got one in the fridge. And I am a bit thirsty. So, thanks for joining, everybody. I had fun with the live stream. These are more fun than I thought they would be to make. It actually was. And we'll continue doing the whole Skype thing, bringing people in through Skype. I'll try to get people to join me for the live streams. Like people like, I'll probably make Hobbs join me or just some random people. I'll do that. It'll be like a Skype call-in live stream. There we go. There we go. It'll be a Skype call-in. It'll be like a podcast with Skype call-in. There we go. I know what I'll do. God, I'm just rambling now. So I'm going to end this. So, high five, Hobbs. High five. Yeah. So, I'll see y'all later. Yeah. We're done. Good God.